Well, I know we're just after a number of elections here, and I'm sure people are a bit tired going out to vote. But West Belfast is an iconic seat. We've held it for so long. The leadership of Sinn Fein in the person of Gerry Adams has represented this area for a long time. Now we're handing over the new blood to Paul Maskey. And it's important, even though we've been through a number of elections, and even though we in Sinn Féin don't take our seats at Westminster, it's important that the people still have strong representation, and Paul Maskey can provide that.
What do you see as the issues within this campaign?
Well, the issues are, first of all, about leadership across this island. That's the first and most important thing, and about working towards United Ireland. But in terms of bread and butter issues, it's about bringing investment into West Belfast, bringing jobs, improving education, improving health, and all the issues that affect people on a day and daily basis.
Well, he's a brilliant candidate. With someone finished work to do here, a whole pile of regeneration schemes just on the tip of being put in place. I mean, one of the ones behind us, casements, one we have a very firm commitment on. But we need to have a joined up approach to how we do all of this, and Paul, because of his work as an MLA and before that as a councillor, will fit into that groove. We need to get the biggest mandate possible, and we just need to motivate people to get them out on Thursday week to vote for Sinn Féin and to vote for Paul Maskey.
It's been very positive in the doors, and people are still welcome, even though they've voted come back a number of weeks ago, and I think that's a great sign of support for our party. I mean, I've been in every single area right across West Belfast, areas like Ballymurphy, St James's, Turnbrook, Polglass, parts of Andersonstown, Ladybrook. Quite a large number of areas I've been in, and there's more to get into as well. But that's something that we have a large team of activists around us, a large team of elected representatives as well, around supporting our campaign for the 9th of June. And we will continue to do that right up until the 8th of June.
From Castle Street to Cullen, do the issues change much?
Well, there is some issues with people are getting us. We have, I suppose, recently canvassed all of the areas, so we've picked up many issues, and people have spoke to us and we've tried to deal with them to the best of our ability. There is still some issues, people coming up like employment opportunities. They're talking about Casement Park, how that's going to affect them, how it's going to affect their future, and as well as that going to create employment opportunities for maybe their sons and daughters and stuff as well. So some of the issues have been very positive. Some of the issues are people still concerned about some of the areas they live in are socially disadvantaged, and that's something that we will hope to tackle in the forthcoming after the elections, and obviously through the Assembly also.
So it would be fair to say that people are still keen to have Sinn Féin representation for the West Belfast MP seat?
Well, I suppose we'll get that answer on the 10th of June. I hope so, but I have to say many people have been coming out wishing me well for the elections on the 9th. I was in Turnbrook last night where people were giving me holy medals and stuff and holy relics, and they're saying that will certainly get you elected. So if that's a response I'm getting in areas like Turnbrook and all other places in West Belfast, I think that's a good sign.
Well, it's been very, very good to have Martin McGuinness, the Deputy First Minister, in the Cullen area today. We have met with the Suicide Prevention Task Group. We have met with Good Morning Cullen, which is a group that looks after the elderly and vulnerable people in the area. And now we're here at Mickey Ferguson's roundabout with Michael's family. We also have met with some of the young people who've been involved in suicide prevention in the area and have brought a petition up to Stormont. So we're also here with Paul Maskey, the candidate, the Sinn Féin candidate for the forthcoming election, Westminster by-election. So it's really, really good, because sometimes the people in Cullen feel they're a bit removed from West Belfast. So this is a good thing to have Paul and Martin here today, to give people, you know, the sense that they do belong in West Belfast, but also to give people that sense that the executive, the Assembly and everybody's working together to actually push forward issues that are affecting their lives and hopefully change the quality of their lives. We had an excellent vote in the Assembly and Council elections. We were able to elect an extra councillor to Lisburn Council in the last elections, and our vote actually rose. So we're asking people again to come out again to vote for Paul Maskey, and to ensure that we have an MP of West Belfast who lives in the area, who is going to fight for the issues in the area and the concerns for the people of the area.
It's been fantastic. Any time that you get an opportunity to spend a few hours in a community and hear it firsthand how the quality of people's lives are being affected, particularly by the economic circumstances that exist at the moment, those are opportunities not to be missed. And this morning, we've talked to a lot of people who are involved in support for children and young people, parents who have had different problems in their lives, older people in different folds, but all in good spirit and all, hugely supportive of the political changes that have taken place and the fact that equality rules. So I think that being here supporting Paul Maskey at a time whenever we've just come through a very successful Assembly election and hugely successful elections in the South is very, very important to keep up that momentum. And I'm obviously hoping that people in this constituency of West Belfast will turn out for Paul and for Sinn Féin in very large numbers, because all of that keeps up the momentum towards equality and peace and freedom going very much in the interests of citizens. And, I mean, we met in the course of today the West Belfast and Greater Shankill Task Force, and I know Paul Maskey, when he's elected, and I'm very confident that he will be elected, will be an elected representative for all of the citizens of West Belfast, and that includes the Shankill Road area. And we've nailed our colours to the mast. Have been very concerned about how education, for example, impacts on working class Protestant boys in particular. And I was at the launch of what was a very important survey that was done, and Don Purvis was very much involved in it, which highlighted the experiences, and they weren't good experiences, of young people within the Protestant community. So I think Paul will be an elected representative for everyone, dealing with issues that impact on people's lives and trying to improve the quality of their lives. And the fact that he's part of a very strong team, 29 MLAs up at Parliament buildings, 5 ministers in the executive, and also part of a very important team in the South, clearly shows that he is a vital member of that team and someone who is pledged to deliver on behalf of all of our citizens.
And finally, your message to the West Belfast electorate for June 9th?
Well, I hope that they will come out in large numbers. I know that they've just been through an important election, in fact 3 elections where they voted 3 times on the one day. But this is a very important seat. This is Gerry Adams' seat. This is a Sinn Féin seat, and it's very important that people come out in very large numbers to reiterate the point that Sinn Féin in government and in politics is making a real difference and bringing about real change to their lives. And I found that this morning travelling around West Belfast. We went into a number of folds where there were elderly people, people living out the last days of their lives. And what came through like a beacon in all of those engagements was, people saying, we're glad to see you in government in this very important position. We're glad at long last that we've got equality.
Paul Maskey is an excellent candidate for this entire constituency, because like today I found with him he has a wealth of knowledge and understanding of what's happening in this community, and he understands how groups and organisations are struggling, and he's tapping into opportunities that we have as elected members, not just of the Assembly but as ministers who have been appointed with a role and a responsibility to try and improve the lives and the conditions that people are living in West Belfast and indeed across the north. I think Paul Maskey has put West Belfast on the agenda, and people should be very proud of an opportunity not just to vote for him, but voting for someone who is going to be very much on the ground from the bottom up, having that understanding and then delivering that from top down.
Been in over a series of evenings like many other activists from across Belfast and beyond, assisting Paul Maskey and the West Belfast team in the canvass and the work around the upcoming by-election on the 9th of June. This morning we've been in visiting a number of organisations. We were in St Mary's University College today, meeting with staff there. Surely one of Belfast's hidden treasures, right here in the heart of West Belfast, an area that has seen and continues to suffer from socio-economic deprivation, a lack of training opportunities, a lack of employment opportunities, and here at the very heart is an institution providing all those outlets. So key that it gets the support at every level, whether it be at council, the Assembly. Indeed, we had our comrade Barbara de Bruyne in with us as well, who is a champion for educational attainment and the rights of access. We've also been in the Culterland this afternoon as well, getting a bit of a rundown on the extension work. Really exciting work. The Culterland as it is already a vibrant cultural hub, economic hub in this area as well, given the services that it provides. But the extension's coming on great. I look forward to coming back in my capacity as Mayor to see the opening, the official opening. But I mean, people of this constituency know, and Sinn Féin have been long-standing supporters of this project and the many micro projects that take place in it. It provides employment through the cafe and the bookstore and other opportunities. It provides Radio Falcha, which is a community-orientated Irish language radio station. So many projects happening here. Again, back to that point I made earlier on around the lack of education opportunities, employment opportunities. But here is another beacon. And when you think that this institution began life as a Presbyterian church, it then, certainly during my formative years, I began secondary education in this particular institution. So to see it grow and continue to grow, much like West Belfast, coming from a place of very humble origin into a thriving economic driver in the heart of Belfast. The message that we have been putting forward, not just at this by-election but in the previous elections, that we are a party about leadership, and that leadership extends from the local to the national and indeed beyond, whether it be at Europe, the city councils, the local councils, the assembly, wherever it may be. People have champions for their rights. You know, the key thing about people like Paul, Maskey, Barbara de Bruyne, Carol, Sue and myself, we live in the communities that we represent. We are of the communities that we represent. So if communities are suffering from deprivation, if they are suffering from educational underachievement, then we are suffering that as well. So we want to give a very loud, clear Republican voice to the voters of this constituency and indeed others, that by electing Paul on the 9th of June, they will have a champion for them, their families and the rights of the people of West Belfast.
So it was like, no, we put it there so that we ensure that.
Well, we started very early this morning. Started off in the library, Lower Lawn, Noel, Falls-Road Library, worked our way up. Absolutely brilliant day, you know, met people in St Mary's, met tutors, pupils, looked at all the kind of facilities there, went to Culterland. Brilliant building. It'll be absolutely superb when it's finished. And then kind of worked our way up. We went to Tullymore, we went to the DC Football Club, Soccer Club, and now we're here in Park McGuinness in Casement Park, and with Paul Maskey, the candidate for the forthcoming Westminster election. So it's been absolutely brilliant so far.
Okay, I mean, I've witnessed firsthand the energy, the commitment of all those involved in the various projects. In your opinion, what are the missing components to make these even better opportunities for young people in particular?
Well, I tell you, I'll be honest with you, political leadership in this area has always been very strong. I mean, West Belfast has a national identity, the length and breadth of Ireland. Paul Massey is going to continue that, along with a brilliant team of workers in West Belfast. What's missing? West Belfast has faced systemic discrimination for a period of decades. As of other parts, West and North are well known for this. And what we have at the minute is someone who's worked constantly with a team to address those barriers and indeed to remove them. And I've seen firsthand how our elected representatives, how our political activists, how our community activists have all worked together, and I think any constituency would want to have that. For us, is to make sure that people understand that Sinn Féin is still on the move, that we still see that our work isn't finished. We want a united Ireland, we want to address the deprivation and the poverty in our areas. We want to stand proud and stand tall and stand up with our areas. And I suppose if people in West Belfast want to be a part of that, come out and vote for Paul Maskey next Thursday on the 9th of June. Vote Paul Maskey.
I have to say is that the support I've been shown right across party activists has been immense, absolutely superb. We have ministers giving up days to come in to West Belfast, to wrap doors, to take the issues from the community representatives and business representatives right across West Belfast. And I have to say it gives me pride and honour obviously to be walking the streets with people like Martin McGuinness, Carol Killen, Martina Anderson, Jerry Kelly, the Mayor of Belfast, Nello Daniel and more. And unfortunately I can't list too many more because the list is endless, and I think that is absolutely superb, and I am really thankful for them all giving up their time, giving up and giving a great effort to get a West Belfast Sinn Féin MP elected on the 9th of June, and I think that has been tremendous. And we're in a a stadium today called Casement Park, right in the heart of West Belfast. We see hundreds of parents watching their young children, the future leaders of West Belfast on the pitch today, and I think that is absolutely great. And this is what gives me the privilege to stand for Sinn Fein. I've been elected for Sinn Fein for 10 years now. Seeing days like this in West Belfast, hearing the cheers behind us is great, and I think that's what it's all about. That's the issues. We're in a stadium which at the end of Carl Killen's 4-year term in the Assembly, this stadium will be near enough a 40,000 seater stadium, and I think that's exactly what West Belfast needs. Not only West Belfast but also the GAA. That's what Sinn Féin's delivering, that's what Sinn Féin is working for, and we are going to tackle whatever issues come at us. We're here to tackle them for the people.